things that we've tried to do in this class, as well as all the courses, is model various strategies. So one of the strategies we're utilizing in Module 4, as you know, is called a teach back. And the teach back is a really important and useful strategy that is utilized not only in all sorts of fields. And so if I could, I would like for Trish to go ahead and maybe talk to you a little bit about what that strategy is and how that actually might work in the real world.
Sure. Well, as you guys saw, if you had a chance to look at the content that we put onto their course shell, Teachback is big in healthcare, and I'm a healthcare professional, so we use it all the time on a daily basis. There's been studies that have shown that patient readmission rates decline if the patient has had proper Teachback from their providers. So what that means is, let's say we have grandma in the hospital and she's finally well enough to go home, and she has all these discharge instructions. Okay, you need to take this pill at this time. You need to make sure that you get up and walk around, you know, at least 4 times a day, 10 minutes at a time. All these different instructions for her to do to be successful at staying healthy enough to stay out of the hospital and stay at home. And a lot of times our patients, they have so much on their mind. They've been through a traumatic experience, puts them in the hospital. There's just so many different things involved that they're not comprehending at the level that we would think that they are comprehending these instructions. So their compliance with following those instructions declines. So what we do to strengthen that learning moment with them is we have an ongoing process leading up to their discharge where we keep going through these teach back activities. The one that I made into the little presentation is one that I actually use pretty much on a daily basis as a CT technologist, where there's certain medications that patients have to stop taking after they get IV contrast. If the patient would take that contrast, there's a risk that they could go into renal failure. So it's an important thing that we get them to talk back to us and respond appropriately, saying, yes, I understand this, and this is what I'm going to do, instead of just yes or no answers. If they don't comprehend or they can't respond back appropriately, then we just change our approach for giving them that information to try to get it to them in a way where they can finally understand it and repeat it back to us. This is a technique that, you know, not only healthcare can use, but pretty much any industry as part of like initial onboarding for new employees. Another example is my son. He works at a restaurant as a cook part-time while he's going to school. And, you know, of course they have to teach him how to make all these different dishes and things. So that became like a kind of a teach back opportunity too, all the way down to, okay, so what if you end up with a grease fire, and how are you going to handle that? You know, the inappropriate response would be like, oh, I'll just, you know, put it out with water, because then that's just going to flame it up even worse. You know, things like that, where you can just use this in so many different realms, and it's a really powerful tool. Anything else, Nicole, you want me to add to that?